did what I was supposed to. That's not fair.
We gotta make it, but it's cozy in the rut. Too busy coping to see what we've all become. A hooded vanish stop, it got you on the run. Don't look back, his face is just the muzzle of a gun. Don't look behind you or it'll find you. Yeah, but you better run. Do I need to remind you this is way too better than anyone? I don't recognize you, I used to like you before all that we done. Do I need to remind you this is way too better than anyone? For the lights off and they all through a fence.
What's going on, ladies and gents, and welcome to episode 20 of the Crimson Championship Wrestling series on TEW IX. I'm BT Savage, and of course we got Max and Matt here with us. As in this episode, this is the fallout from Crimson Crown. We obviously crowned our Crimson Crown. The man in the thumbnail, coincidentally enough, Kenny Omega, is our Crimson Crown, and on this ignition, we're gonna have Kenny celebrate his win. We're gonna have Eddie Kingston's Open Challenge on this show. We're gonna have women's action, tag action, and much more. I'm really keen, man.
Same, man. I think this is going to be massive. Obviously, on the road to Rebirth in Blood too, as well, which is absolutely huge. So, I don't know, man. This is just going to be special.
Yeah, man. Let's get on with it, I reckon.
Let's do it, man.
And here we are with CCW Ignition 14. Not in Michigan. Believe it or not, our first show outside of Michigan in Indiana, the Capital Sports Arena, in front of 765 people. I was going to say something else, but it's people. As the show kicks off with Robert Roode already in the ring. But he's seething. He's angry. Don Callis joins him with the mic in hand. Don with the smug grin on his face. But the two men are nose to nose. Seems to be some tension here going on as Robert Roode, he says, Don, you cost me the Crimson Crown. That was my moment, my tournament, my legacy to take. And you, once again, stuck your nose in where it doesn't belong. Callis, he says, Robert, don't get emotional. If I cost you the tournament, maybe that just proves you're not the man I thought you were. Because winners overcome obstacles, and losers blame their friends. The crowd, Robert, Rudy glares as both men shouting over each other. The tensions are rising, but then suddenly, Chris McDaniel's music hits. As he walks out, he returns. Finally, we get to see Daniels again, mic in hand. As Daniels says, well, look at this. Robert Roode and Don Callis squabbling in front of the world like a couple of bickering newlyweds. Should we leave you two alone to work on your trust issues? Or should I grab the popcorn and watch the divorce proceedings right here? As the crowd laughs, both Roode and Callis immediately turn their attention towards Daniels. As Daniels continues here, saying, Don, you think Roode's got problems? Let's talk about me. Let's talk about how many times you screwed me over. Let's talk about the Steen I Quit match, where your little technical difficulties just so happen to keep the world from hearing me force Steen to quit. Every time I get close to the top, there's Don Callis' greasy fingerprints all over it. As he continues, he says, and Robert, you're mad at Callis. Good, you should be. But don't think you're walking away from this with a free pass. If you're half the man you say you are, then you'll fight me one-on-one at Rebirth in Blood 2. The crowd pops at the challenge. Roode sneers, staring a hole through Daniels. Callis is caught between the two men, almost amused at the chaos he's caused. As Roode, after a tense pause, says, you want me at Rebirth in Blood 2? Fine, but don't blame Callis when I end your career, Daniels. You asked for this. Daniels smirks, nodding confidently as his music hits again. Roode and Callis continue arguing in the ring, but Now with Daniel standing tall on the ramp, the challenge is made official for Rebirth in Blood 2. Chris Daniels versus Robert Roode, 1-on-1. 57 rated promo there for these men. And
It's
yeah,
solid.
look.
It's solid. India getting a big pop already for tonight.
They are. Big show, big crowd,
Yeah,
big tension here early to start Ignition 14.
for sure, man. 14 episodes of Ignition is kind of crazy. You know, we're getting into almost a year of CCW. So, anyway, we're going to kick off with tag team action. American Wolves take on a surprising tag team. We'll go with that. And in a 66 rated match, American Wolves defeat Doug Williams and Paul Burchill in about 12 minutes when Davey Richards pins Doug Williams with a creeping death. 71 for Eddie Edwards, man. 58 for Davey Richards. 40 for Paul Burchill and a 52 for Doug Williams. Doug Williams just a one-night signing. This is a pretty solid match. There's just some tag team action. I'm happy with this, man.
Yeah, no. Good tag team action here. American Wolves picking up a good win. And yeah, this is good for them.
Yeah, man.
Love to see it.
100%. 66, not bad. Eddie Edwards really showing that, he is the standout guy of the Wolves.
100%. 100%. Shout out to Eddie Edwards. Even if you complain like a bit sometimes, it's worth, brother.
For sure. But now, it is time to hear from the man of the hour, Mr. Kenny Omega.
You are cool. Wow, what a promo here. You are correct. As the arena lights dim and the golden spotlight sweeps across the crowd, confetti begins to fall as Kenny Omega's music hits. The inaugural Crimson Crown winner walks to the ring with the trophy in hand, a huge ovation from the fans. He pauses on the apron, looking at the crown before lifting it high above his head. The crowd erupts in chants of Kenny, Kenny, Kenny. As Kenny's got the mic, he's smiling, he's catching his breath, he's soaking it all in. As he says, wow, don't even know where to begin. Winning the Crimson Crown, this is the kind of achievement you dream about as a kid. You train, you sacrifice, you hurt, you bleed, all for moments like this. As he places the Crimson Crown trophy on a pedestal in the center of the ring, he continues. I'll be the first to admit, my past isn't perfect. I've made mistakes. I've taken roads that led me down some pretty dark places. But standing here tonight, with the Crimson Crown in my hands, my future looks brighter than I could have ever imagined. The crowd cheers as Omega, he's patient, slowly, passion in his voice as he continues here and says, and that future isn't just about me, it's about proving once and for all that I am the best wrestler in the world. And to do that, I need to face the very best. So Kevin Steen, next Ignition, I want you here. I don't want sneak attacks, I don't want games, I want you to look dead in the eye, face to face. Bring yourself, bring your belt, bring whatever you need to, because the future is coming for you, Steen, and his name is Kenny Omega. As Omega lifts the Crimson Crown high once again, his music hits, confetti raining down for a second time. We cut to a commercial break, and obviously, so he's calling out Steen for maybe a confrontation next Ignition. That should be very interesting.
Yeah, man, I think the two have a lot to say to each other, so I'm keen for that.
And that gets a 73 rated promo.
That's huge for Kenny, man. That is actually huge. Hopefully, hopefully he stays like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But up next is women's action, one-on-one singles match, as Kana is in action against Lufisto in a 72 rated match. Kana defeats Lufisto by submission with the Kanagon. That is an insanely good match. I was not expecting that at all. 73 for Kana, 47 for Lufisto. Still, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But Kana with a 73 wrestling rating of 60. Ground
Wow,
rating of
great
27.
stuff.
Dirt sheet. We are just going to randomly go through the dirt sheet sometimes because I just feel like that is kind of important for people to see every now and then. So yeah, we'll just go through that randomly. But now it's time to cut backstage because a man, a big man, made his mark at Crimson Crown, and he's going to talk about his first challenge here in CCW.
Yes, he is, brother. So the camera cuts to Samoa Joe standing in front of the CCW backdrop, towel around his neck, eyes cold and focused. He says, "You see, I've been asked a question every day since signing with CCW. Why? Let me tell you why. I'm hunting down the best talent CCW has to offer, and at the top of my list is a certain golden lover, Mr. Kota Ibushi. The golden star, the innovator, the man who can wrestle anybody, anywhere, anytime. And I'll admit, Ibushi, you're good. Damn good. You're fast, you're athletic, you hit harder than most people in this business will ever dream of. But here's the truth. All the flips, all the fireworks, all the highlight reels in the world won't mean a damn thing when you're standing across the ring from me. Because I'm not like the rest of them. I don't get dazzled by your speed. I don't get intimidated by your reputation. I end careers. I choke people out. And at Rebirth in Blood 2, Kota, I make my in-ring debut in CCW by running straight through you. You're the perfect verse victim, Ibushi. You're going to walk into that ring thinking you can shock the world, but what's going to happen is simple. You'll find out there's no escaping me. You'll find out that in CCW, Samoa Joe isn't just another name on the roster. I am the roster's nightmare. Rebirth in Blood 2, Kota Ibushi, Samoa Joe. And I promise you this, your golden star is about to be extinguished. Joe just walks away, leaving with the intensity hanging heavy as the screen fades to black. It's big, man. I mean, Joe, he's laid down the challenge.
Kota, man. Samoa Joe, Kota Ibushi. That's going to steal the show. That has the potential to steal the show. We now know it's going to be Samoa Joe versus Kota Ibushi, Robert Roode versus Christopher Daniels, and obviously Kenny Omega versus Kevin Steen for the CCW World Heavyweight Championship. Already 3 massive matches made for Rebirth in Blood 2.
Big time stuff. 70 rated promo there.
Really strong promo there. But it is time for tag team action. This is a bit of a showcase tag team match, I guess. As we have Pentagon and Pete Dunne defeat Mustafa Ali and Keith Lee when Pete Dunne pinned Mustafa Ali with a bitter end. 68 rated match. 64 for Penta, 51 for Pete Dunne, 44 for Keith Lee, and a 67 for Ali. This is actually a really strong match, man. I'm really happy with this match.
Good match here. Good win for Pete Dunne and Pentagon Jr. And yeah, look, showcasing some great talent.
Yeah.
And
I would say kind of like No Limits division kind of talent. You know, that mid card around that mid card potential. I mean, these guys have got potential, of course, to be main eventers in the future, but at this point, is that mid card, and I'm really happy to see a 68 out of this match, man. That's huge.
Yeah, no, it's a great match.
But the action does not stop there. Back-to-back matches here. We got Prince Devitt taking on Brian Kendrick. Of course, we know that Paul London is out right now with a bit of an injury from Jacob Fatu, so Brian Kendrick trying to get some one-on-one action. But in an 80 rated match,
holy,
Prince Devitt defeats Brian Kendrick in 13 minutes with a bloody Sunday. This was the steal of the show match, and honestly, it's done it, man. Holy crap. 76 for Prince Devitt, 59 for Brian Kendrick. Obviously, all of these are helping Hot New Move grounds all the support. Also, I think the production value that we have now would be helping as well.
Yeah, true.
This is really solid, man. An 80 rated match. That's huge.
That's big. That's big. Big win for Devitt there.
Yeah.
And wow, what a performance.
Absolutely massive. Now we're going to cut back to Don Callis' office. There's a man in there who needs to speak to him.
All right, we do. The camera's cut to Don Callis in his office. he's looking over some paperwork, and he's already dealt with business earlier in the night with Robert Roode and Christopher Daniels, but the door swings open, and in steps Uha Nation with intensity in his eyes. Callis looks up. He's clearly annoyed by the interruption, and as Don says, "Uha, what do you want? I'm a very busy man." As Uha is very firm and direct, he says, "You know what I want done? I want Jacob Fatu next ignition 1-on-1." Don, he leans back in his chair, smirking, but also shaking his head slightly. He says, "Jacob Fatu? Uha, do you have any idea what you're asking for? That man isn't just a problem. He's a natural disaster. He's chaos with a pulse. He's left bodies all over the place since the moment he's walked into CCW. And you think you're the answer?" Uha, he steps closer, leaning on Callis' desk, and says, "I don't think, Don. I know. You've seen him tear through the locker room. You've seen him destroy catering, put me through a table, and attack anyone in his way. You keep letting him run wild, CCW is going to burn down. But me, I'm built for this. You want someone to stop the beast? Look no further." Callis studies Uha, stroking his chin. He's clearly weighting the situation. His confident smirk fades into a more thoughtful expression as Callis, with a little bit of hesitation, says, "You might be crazy, but maybe crazy is exactly what we need right now. Fatu is a problem, and if you're so eager to step into the fire, maybe you are the solution." As Callis finally stands, pointing at Uha, he says, "Fine, next ignition Uha Nation versus Jacob Fatu, but don't say I didn't warn you. If you walk into that match, you better be ready for a war, because if you fail, it's not on me, it's on you." As Uha nods, a determined glare on his face, Uha says, "I'm ready, Don. And when I put Fatu down, the whole world will know that Uha Nation doesn't just survive the storm, I am the storm." As Uha storms out, leaving Callis looking conflicted, muttering under his breath as the camera fades out there. Wow, Uha Nation challenging Jacob Fatu. Obviously, he wants to put a stop. He wants to put a stop to this this sort of beast run that Fatu's been on lately. And
For sure. And I mean, he could be the guy to do it, man. Uha's done a lot in CCW, and I think still has a lot left to do. So I'm excited to see that happen. But it is now time for the main event. Eddie Kingston Open Challenge. Main event of Ignition. I mean, he called his shot right at Crimson Crown. He wanted anyone in the back to take him on. The problem is, BT, he did not know that at that time there was a man signed. And that man is Kurt freaking Angle. And Kurt Angle defeats Eddie Kingston with an ankle lock in 15 minutes. 63 for Kingston, 66 for Kurt Angle. Very good gimmick for Kurt Angle. That's not bad for Angle. That is not bad for Angle. I'll take that, man. The fact that we have Kurt Angle is insane. Obviously, I want to see physical condition sucks a little bit. But you know what? This is a great rating, a 73. That's a great main event for Ignition.
Yeah, we will take that.
100%. That is awesome, man. That is great. Kurt Angle has signed the dotted line here in CCW, man. We are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. This show has cost us an absolute mint. I guarantee we're going to lose so much money, but it's so worth it.
It's so worth it, man. The Olympic gold medalist here in CCW, picking up a win in his debut. Oh, it's so poetic, man. It's true. It's damn true, man.
It's sick. We finish up the show with a 77 rated Ignition. That is actually really big. Really big. I think the praise has to go to Devitt and maybe Kana.
Yeah, 100%. They both did well.
Let's do that. So Prince Devitt will get the praise, and also Kana gets the praise. Two future stars right there. Was happy with this speech, and I was saying, please, financially, that is amazing.
Dude,
we spent 20k, nearly 21k on workers.
That is that ticket sales and broadcasts, even the merch is fucking doing its thing there, and only costing us only 9k.
100%, man. That's massive.
Crazy.
As for popularity, we go up in a few regions. Look at the tri-state moving up. Japan, Centro. This is big, man. The Midwest also going up one as well. and the Southwest. That's absolutely huge. Of course, the ones that didn't go up there in the yellow still got improved, just not enough to get a point. That's massive, dude.
It's massive, that's huge, and what a way to end this ignition and
100%. As
end
we
this,
move
end this
into
episode.
we move into
Wow.
May now, which is kind of crazy. Once again, thank you guys for watching it. I appreciate it. I'm gonna kick it over to BT. Appreciate it.
Yeah, look, thank you guys for watching this episode. If you stuck around this far, we love you a lot. We appreciate you guys. If you like the video, click like. Of course, if comment down below your thoughts on the episode, your thoughts on Kurt Angle signing with CCW, debuting here, and man, the future of CCW is even brighter than I could have imagined. Share this video around with the TEW community. Give this series some love, man. This is episode 20, and I feel like we're only just getting started here, man. Like,
Legit.
oh man, this is just Matt and I have just been loving this since the beginning, and we're only gonna love it even more. But until next time, I'm BT Savage. This is Max Hit Matt, and we'll see you in the next episode of Crimson Championship Wrestling.